How to protect our kids from their phones. What parents need to know. Hello, parents. Today, I want to share a story that I'm sure many of us have wrestled with. Our kids and their phones. Honestly, I used to think letting my child use a phone was a great way for them to have fun, learn something new, and give me a little break. But then I realized, if we don't keep it in check, that tiny device can bring bigger problems than I ever imagined. So, I've done some digging, and I want to talk to you about it with all the heartfelt sincerity of a parent, so we can reflect together and figure out how to keep our little ones safe. First off, I'd like to touch on the key points that really hit home for me. There are times when we need to limit, or even ban, our kids from using their phones. Because it's not something they're automatically entitled to, it's a privilege we need to manage. More importantly, it's not just about checking what they're doing on their phones, it's about watching them, guiding them, and helping them understand how to use it the right way. Now, let's dive deeper into each part so you can see why this feels so real to me. When should parents say no to their kid's phone? Hey everyone, have you ever felt that pang of worry when your kid just can't peel their eyes off their phone? I've been there, and I've learned there are clear signs that tell me it's time to step in. For starters, if my kid won't follow the rules I've set, that's when I know I need to get serious. I tell my child, in this house, we have rules: no texting at dinner, no sending private pictures to anyone. These rules aren't just about discipline, they're there to keep them safe from risks out there. I even talk to them about money stuff. If they lose their phone or go over the data limit binge-watching videos, they'll have to chip in. It's a way to teach them the value of what they're holding. Then there are times when I notice their grades slipping because they're too caught up with their phone. That's when I take it away, not to punish them, but to help them focus. I've even tried a little deal. If you bring your grades up, you can have your phone back. And you know what? It works. It turns the phone into something they work toward. Sleep's another big one. It breaks my heart to see my kid with dark circles under their eyes from staying up late on their phone. Once, I caught them texting friends until midnight. So I made a call. From now on, phones off by 9 p.m., and no bringing it to the bedroom. I just want them to get a good night's sleep and wake up ready for school. What scares me most is when they share stuff online that's not okay. One time, I saw them post a joke that went too far, and I sat them down right away. I said, what you put out there can affect you later, and it might even cause trouble for our family. I've also talked to them about cyberbullying, so they know words online can hurt just as much as in person. If they're showing signs of being hooked, glued to their phone all day, scrolling, gaming, I think it's time for a detox. I've tried a screen-free weekend once, and we played board games and went for a walk instead. You should have seen it. My kid laughed more than ever. Give it a try, it feels so warm and wonderful. Now, about selfies. I used to think they were harmless. But then I read how some kids get obsessed with getting the perfect shot, even risking their lives on cliffs or doing stunts for likes. It freaked me out, and now I keep an eye on whether my kid's taking it too far. And when they're too into social media, I see them living in this virtual world. They light up when they get praise online, but they crash when no one notices. It worries me because their self-worth shouldn't hinge on likes. I try to chat with them, boost their confidence in real life, not just through a screen. Oh, and one more thing. If they're texting while walking or biking, my heart skips a beat. I've set up an app to lock their phone when they're out. And I tell them, safety comes first, okay? If they can't follow that, I'll have to get strict, maybe no phone for a while. And no going out alone either. What parents should think about when taking away the phone. Guys, deciding to take the phone away isn't always easy. There are questions that keep swirling in my head. And I want to share them so we can think it through together. People ask me, what if they paid for the phone themselves? I figure, even if they bought it or got it as a gift, as long as they're under my roof, I still get a say. It's not about control, it's about keeping them safe while they're still growing up. Then I wonder, how long should I keep it? I think it depends. Sometimes just cutting back a few hours a day works. Or until they finish their homework or boost their grades. But I remind myself not to ban it forever, it might backfire. And they could end up resenting me. What about safety? I used to worry about them not having a phone when they're out. What if something happens? But then I think, I grew up without a cell phone and turned out fine. So now, I only let them take it when it really makes sense for safety. And if they can't use their phone, will they just switch to a laptop or tablet? I think if they're getting into trouble online, like bullying or oversharing, I'd take all devices away for a bit. Otherwise, I'm okay with them using a computer for school stuff, as long as I'm keeping tabs. How can kids use phones safely? Listen, I truly believe phones aren't the enemy. They're amazing tools if we guide our kids right. I don't like sneaking a peek at my kid's phone because I want them to trust me. Instead, I watch how they use it and pick the right moment to talk. I tell them, your phone's there to help you learn and connect. But you've got to know when to stop. I want them to build good habits now, so they can handle things on their own later. I only step in if I see them veering off track, not to shut them down, but to help them find a better way. I really hope that with our support, our kids can use tech safely and grow up strong and happy. What do you think? Let's keep trying together. That's it. Everything I've felt and wanted to share. I hope this story gives you some ideas on how to shield your kids from the downsides of their phones. Thanks for listening.